Hey everybody, Betterment Tobacco. Today we're going to be reviewing and smoking the Jhonny Tobacconaught in, I believe this is the perfecto size. I'm about to double check. Actually, I might just pull it out here. Yeah, this is I believe it's one of their special releases. I believe this is the perfecto size, and they have, I found it at my local lounge, and I was excited, so I picked it up because I felt like it. This thing unwrapped. Look at that. That's what it looks like. Beautifully wrapped. Smells like a cigar. There's a distinct sweetness to it. Nothing crazy. I'm gonna get out my trusty, dusty V-cut. A little bit of a tight draw, but with a tapered foot, that makes enough sense. Which I said in the Placencia video, when you're dealing with tapered feet, specifically in cigars that you have to draw air through, it's going to be tight initially, which, you know, makes a lot of sense considering it's a tapered foot. Get the foot toasted up here. Light on the smoke output, tight on the draw. I do expect that to open up as soon as I get past the taper here. Sweetness is all I'm getting. I haven't gotten anything else yet. That's certainly because of it's not even that windy. I don't know what's up with them. It's been crazy today. It's not windy. It's nice and warm. I might actually take the jacket off. Look at that. Opened right up. Not even past that initial, well, I'm kind of past that initial taper. But yeah, opened right up. Smoke output is good. White pepper through the retrohale. The truck, the garbage truck just came, and they tend to bring a couple of flies with them that stick around for a minute and then leave. So there's a couple of flies around here. A little bit of a wavy burn line. Honestly, I think I'm going to let it correct itself if it does. Honey-like sweetness right at the front here. A little bit of cedar. That white pepper is still present through the retrohale. I'm gonna smoke it down a little bit more, probably down in the middle of the first third, and then I will bring it back to you. Hey everybody, probably down, I know, coning a little bit. I'm smoking it a little fast. Hasn't really affected the flavor at all. The flavor stayed the same. It feels a touch basic. And this may be because I smoked the Elegancia. It feels a touch basic, just a touch. So, sweetness is akin to a cedar sweetness, and there might even be a little bit of a honey sweetness in there. A little bit of baking spice, a little bit of that like nutmeg. Definitely not cinnamon. It's not like it's not cinnamon. A little bit of floral notes in there. Nothing crazy. Nothing like I don't want to say that it's like floral, but it's like a floral. There's a floral hint in there, which isn't bad. But just like chickens. They're gonna do that for a minute. Anyway, doesn't distract from the fact that there's like a little bit of not disappointment, because it's a good cigar. But I think that there, especially because I paid $20 for it, so I think that there's more to be desired in this second third. Going into this second third. And I'm hopeful that that floral nuance will pick up and that there'll be some new things. I try not to watch too many reviews, but I have watched a review on this one. I watched Hound Dog's review, and he said that he got a lot of butter in the final third. And so I'm looking forward to that. But I'm getting, and I know that he said the same thing about, he said there was floral spice. I'm not getting any floral spice. I'm just getting kind of a floral nuance in there. Plenty of sweetness, white pepper through the retro. And I mean, Connecticut-wise, better than a lot of Connecticut's. I haven't looked at the blend at all. I need to. But when it comes to being a full flavor Connecticut, that's not what this is. This is a nice, light, in the morning with a coffee kind of a cigar. Something that is not going to be overpowering, but is strong enough to hold its own. And I think that this cigar has its place. Not a bad cigar. Not a wow, blow my mind cigar either. But it has its place. I think that, you know, you're sitting there, it's early in the morning, having a cigar. Jhonny Tobacconaught. It's a great cigar to go to. Waiting for the chimes. The sweetness that I'm getting off of this is still like a very cedar sweetness. And it's very comfortable. That's like my best descriptor so far. It's a very comfortable cigar. It's very approachable. I would recommend this. And Michael Herklotz actually posted something that I thought was really interesting. He was like, there's no such thing as a beginner cigar. It's just, there's cigars, and then there's where you are as a person, what you drink and what you eat and what you do. And then there's, cigars for you. And I agree to an extent. I think that someone who doesn't know that there is... Someone who doesn't know what cigars taste like. Like, say, someone who doesn't know how to pick up nuances really well, they're either going to have an enjoyable experience or they're not. And I think this is a great cigar to hand somebody, hand your friend. And I know it's $20, so whatever. But if you hand your friend this cigar and they smoke it, I don't think that they're going to have a problem with it, I think they're going to look at it and they're going to go, wow, like, this cigar tastes good, but they won't know why. They don't know why it tastes good. They don't know why they get this, like, sweet sensation, because they don't know how to pick out those notes yet, usually. There are some people who are very gifted with their palate. And if there's somebody who you have that's a friend who's, like, used to picking out notes, let's say in wine or whiskey or coffee or whatever, if they're kind of a nerd about those things and they like to pick out the notes in those things, this is great, because very traditional cedar flavor, a little bit of uniqueness with that floral note, and rounded off honey sweetness starting to develop. And if you're someone like who doesn't like to retrohale, who thinks it's too bitey, this cigar is great, because you can retrohale the cigar all day, and you'll be fine. Your sinuses will have no problems, and it adds to that experience. It's like, okay, now you can get into, cigars like this, and you'll notice the similarities and the differences. And I think that's a beautiful thing. I think that this is a great cigar for that occasion. And I know I was like this. I was in a position where I wanted to develop my palate. I wanted to find notes that I didn't necessarily find in other cigars. People kept talking about, oh, this is cedar, this is whatever. For me, it was like, oh, this is just good and bad. I think with what this cigar could do and could be for people in that position is this is the type of cigar where it's very easy, very identifiable. If you don't know what you're trying to identify, you can have someone there with you to tell you, hey, if you're feeling this or you're thinking this, like this sensation, that sweetness, where is that coming from? Well, it's coming from that sweet cedar, or it's coming from that floral note. You're starting to experience those things, and I think that that's great. So yeah, I'm gonna smoke down to the band, take off the band on camera, and then I will be back shortly. Hey everybody, wind is picking up a little bit, so sorry about the noise. I'm gonna take this band off. I already took this one off kind of by accident, so save your bands. I'll put that over there, and then I'm gonna take this one off. That buttery nuance is coming through, and it's coming through with this kind of vanilla-ish, this vanilla sort of nuance to it. And it's very good. It's very pleasant. I think that my point still stands, that this would be a wonderful cigar to hand somebody who either wants to develop their palate or wants to start smoking cigars. I think this is a great cigar to hand them because it's sweet, but it's still complex, and it is flavorful, but not overpowering. It doesn't overpower the sinuses when you retrohale. And those flavors are easily discernible, at least to me. Those flavors are easily discernible. You can tell when you get cedar. You can tell when you get vanilla. You can tell when you get butter. You can tell when you get that floralness. I understand what he means by floral spice. It's like a little, there's a little bit of tinge of spice in there, but it's super subtle. I'm going to smoke probably down to the nub, maybe a little more. Or not a little more, maybe a little less. I just inhaled smoke through my nose. That's not what you do. You don't inhale these. For reference, you don't inhale cigar smoke. But pleasant cigar. I mean, I'm smoking it a little fast, but it's not turning, bitter or acrid. I had somebody ask me not too long ago why I purge my cigars. I purge them when I feel like the flavors aren't what they should be. That white pepper is a little stronger right now. And it's probably because I inhaled it through my nose. So now my sinuses are sensitive. But that white pepper is a little stronger. That butter nuance that you get on the palate is wonderful. There's more to this cigar than there is in a traditional Connecticut that you would get at any shop. Any random Connecticut that you get is going to be probably less favorable to your palate than this will. Like I said, it feels like a really easily discernible, like I'm not hunting for flavors, I'm not really digging for flavors, which I think is a good thing not only when it comes to cigars, but when it comes to new cigar smokers. Yeah, if anything changes, I'll let you guys know. And if anything doesn't change, I'll be down here. I'll probably say the same thing, talk in a circle a little bit, and then I'll send it off. So, see you all soon. Hey everybody, I went down to the nub and set it down. It was super buttery throughout that final third. A lot of those same notes, really light, creamy, good smoke. And that's it for the Jhonny Tobacconaught in the Perfecto. So, hopefully I'll start getting reviews out more on time. I was advised recently to just upload them all at once, but I don't know. It depends. It depends on how the rest of my day goes, the rest of my week goes. Anyway, that is it for that cigar, and see ya.